Okay, today we're near Northowram, or we're on our way to Northowram, which is up this way. So we're on the outskirts of Northowram at the moment. So this is definitely Lane's Head Farm, because it says so. And as you can see, the buildings in Northowram are very old. Marsh Hall Barn. It says so on the sign there. Try and keep this stable. Marsh Hall is old. You know, these buildings are going to date back to what, 1500s and that sort of thing. Probably not this barn, because it might do, but certainly it's been redone. There's Marsh Hall. Oh dear, the road is not. There's no pavement on this side. I just found every big rock I can possibly find. But there's Marsh Hall. I think it won some civic award for something. It says it up there. I'll have a look. Yeah, so in 1999 it won a Halifax Civic Trust Award for the restoration of Marsh Hall, or the people who restored it did. I knew there was something. There's a lot of new housing being built in Northowram. It's not all old. This is the site of the hospital, Northowram Hospital, which incorporated Northowram Hall. Northowram Hall is still there. The hospital isn't. But there is a lot of new housing. And some more Victorian type housing. It's not all new, and it's not all right old like anywhere else. It's a collection. Depends on what you have. There's plenty of more 1920s and 30s houses in some parts. And a gateway probably into, well, it will be into Northowram Hall. It says 1863 on there. It says an F, ABF, so that'll be most likely something to do with the Fosters. This block here, these flats, this is part of Northowram Hospital, which I believe is still standing. This is where the nurses lived. I don't know who lives there now. I would think just people with a lot more money than that. But I do believe that is a block that was part of Northowram Hospital. Probably one of the newer blocks. But so there is Northowram Hall. Someone's from the wrong direction, but there's Northowram Hall. The Foster family lived there. I think the Stockses owned it. But I don't know who didn't own it, to be honest. But yeah, it's one of those houses everybody wants to own it. Now it's split into different houses. Let me just take this a different hold on here and see if I can zoom in a little bit. On that, if you hit the button, no. Oh yeah, there we go. You've got a thingy there, so let's clear it up a little bit. So I was saying there were 1920s, 1930s type buildings. Well, this is definitely one from the early 1900s, 19s if you like, or 20s, 30s, that sort of thing. Quite nice. I mean, there's a bit of stained glass window, or should we say leaded glass. It'd be quite nice to see that from the inside. There's quite a mix of housing down here. Oh, let me hold it steady. And there's a bus coming. 681 to Shelf. Ultimately to Bradford, if anybody's interested. I know it flickers on this and you might not be able to tell. You might not really be interested at all on the Victorian or slightly Georgian building. I mean, a lot of these have had alterations to them over the years. I'm sure many of them have a story they could tell. So unfortunately the Ebenezer Chapel is shut, so Nice. What was that? 1882. Where is it? This is Northowram's War Memorial, which is really quite recent. We'll be walking to the sun. Oh, this used to be a butcher's shop. Oh, for a lot of years this was a butcher's shop. I remember when we came here to see my grandmother. She lived in Northowram for a lot of years. And she returned to Queensborough, but yeah, she lived here decades. Yeah. Nice place, Northowram Moral. It certainly was when we used to come down here a lot. And it still is, to a degree. The shop there, that's a go-go collection now in the post office, but it was the co-op. It had glass bricks in it. Okay, this is a barn, obviously. Oh. And this barn, I'd love to go in there, but as you can see, it's a dangerous state. That has been collapsing, as far as I know, for as long as I've known this building, and that's quite a while. So I'm going to walk on a bit more into Northowram. Should have come earlier in the day when the sunlight was on the other side, perhaps, but oh dear, it's the sunlight, isn't it? You can't really shelter it. There's a Shoulder and Mutton pub. And if we span round here, there's Cass and Fold, and that's where my grandmother lived. Okay. Oh. Trying probably not very well to protect the lens from the sun. Unfortunately, the sun is behind it, and well, I can't move the sun. But this is the Haywood Chapel. Oh. Try as I might. You've either got my hand in or I've got the sun in. But yeah, the Haywood Chapel. I'm getting a bit closer to it. And the building itself is about to go and cast a shadow anyway, so that'll do. There we go. Yeah. I went to Sunday school here. What is there? Haywood Chapel, 1836. I wouldn't be surprised if there wasn't an older chapel on this site. There tends to be old chapels that's fairly young. That doesn't mean that there is. Dead giveaway, no pun. A dead giveaway would be if there's older graves here than that. So I'll tell you what, I'll have a quick look. Well, it's not older, but I found James Forthrop, veterinary surgeon of Tanhouse, Northowram, born August 18th, 1806 and died March 1st, 1872. And his wife Anne, who died August 6th, 1899, aged 76. So, right. I found one now, in memory of Jane Forster of Shelf, who departed this life August 20th in the year of our Lord 1808, aged 23. The reason I'm struggling a little bit here is of course you can see they've used those fancy F's for S's, and this is in the path. There's one next to it that's very, very worn. I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of using gravestones as paving slabs, but it's not my choice, obviously. But that's just me. I'm not keen on that idea at all. We're in the new part of the yard. I just noticed this grave, the Appleyards, although there's other people who were related to them, mostly daughters. But the point, the oldest one seems to be they died in 1878, and the newest one 2006. Okay, I've just seen this one. I've seen graves with these dead man's coins, or whatever they call them, dead man's pennies, that's it, I think it is. Or rather, I've seen ones where they've been and somebody's pinched them. Anyway, this particular one, and I've had to get the camera to it to actually read it, is actually for Joseph Cyril Binns, who is not named on this stone, as we can see, and presumably died in the First World War. So there's the back of the chapel and the newer graveyard. Right, so we'll now go and perhaps look at the parish church if there's enough battery power. This is Northowram Parish Church, dedicated to St Matthew. So St Matthew's Church at Northowram, if you want. So there's St Matthew. So the foundation stone for this church was laid in 1911. July 1st, 1911. So Northowram Church was built, as we've seen, in 1911. Dedicated to St Matthew, and Reverend George Watkinson became canon of one of the cathedrals. Was here from, well, before the church was built. He was vicar of Northowram at the Mission Church in 1890s, and he was still here in the 1960s. It's also, this church is built in a quarry. Heading towards one of the large boulders over there. I'm going to try and get into some shade and see if I can see, but I think the camera's power's going. We've reached 40 odd % or whatever, and it's past experience tells me it's done. It's done. We'll be lucky if we. But there we go. Oh, gap in the tree branches. Thought we'd got into the shade of the trees, but we haven't. We're a bit close to the hillside. There we go. Zoomed in, but yes, it's getting a bit jerky in its movements. Is this now? So, and I'm in a nettle patch.